How's it going, guys? My name is Alex.
Good evening.
And welcome to a huge update from Konami. Now, this is exciting because Konami made some incredible gameplay changes. Unfortunately, no mention of Smart Assist at their special Connect event. And it is allegedly gonna be a filter only introduced in summer. But the dribbling, the defending mechanics, and overall refereeing decisions are boosted, improved, updated. There is 2 packs. We know the contents of the Ronaldinho and Gerrard pack. You're gonna be getting a guaranteed chance deal. I'm gonna be explaining how to get these players and what are your odds of pulling Ronaldinho, of course. Now, how this will work. This is a pack with 250 players. There is 7 legends, epic players. 5 of them are recycled like Gerrard, Totti, Edmilson, Cafu and Berbatov, and 2 are brand new like Angel Peruzzi and Ronaldinho Gaucho. As you can see, judging by the background, the cards on the right were released in eFootball 2025. They're still decent. The problem is that you're getting 23 chances, right? Chance deals. On a 250 players pack, there's gonna be a lot of fodder cards in this pack, and the odds of you pulling one are pretty slim. So you're gonna be completing this special campaign mission, right? Every time you win a game, you proceed 2 spaces, and every time you just play a game, it is only 1 space. I am assuming that there's 15 chance deals in this mission. It could be different because you can see next reward is in 4 and main reward is in 60. Both are chance deals. You used up your 20 tries, you didn't get anyone. Konami is giving you a special token that will be in the missions or in your box that you can use on a separate pack. I'm assuming there's gonna be a separate pack with only these 7 legends. Unfortunately, this is the biggest disappointment and letdown. You're not getting a selection contract because Konami is saying if you use 20 chance deals and don't get any epic players,
you will receive a guaranteed chance deal.
This is pretty ambiguous, right? It is a guaranteed chance deal, not a guaranteed selection contract. I'm assuming that you're getting a random player from this pack, which is still great, but it's not what we wanted. We wanted Ronaldinho, right? We wanted that maybe Steven Gerrard. I actually want this Berba on my mobile account more than Ronaldinho because I have a similar Ronaldinho card. So this is unfortunate. Another problem is that if you're packing someone within these 20 tries, allegedly Konami is not gonna be giving you a guaranteed chance deal. So the amount of players you can pull from this one, maybe from randomized chance deals, which is like chances of you pulling 3 pretty slim. But I'm looking forward to black animations on this one. 250 players pack, I've seen people getting shafted on Zlatan, on Messi pack. Then you're getting a big time card of Eden Hazard, and you're getting a discount on the first try, and I am assuming it's also 250 players pack, and this Hazard is playing for Chelsea still, so it's going to be affiliation with English League. Big time Eden Hazard, in addition to Pep, Wesley Sneijder, Frank Lampard, Dragan Stojkovic and Pep Guardiola. So these are on the face value, you can see that the background, these are new cards, but the cards that are in the bottom row have only 1 additional special skill. So if that's a 150 players pack, fantastic. Now you have pretty good chances of packing someone, but I'm doubting that Konami is gonna be that generous. There is a special campaign happening right after this. They are saying that stay tuned and find out what's gonna be happening. They're not like collaboration or something. They're gonna be collaborating with some manga probably, or like they already announced that. And then at the end of this, they're celebrating Mobile 9th anniversary. It starts on the 14th of May, right? And look, you need to vote for Showtime players, not of your choice. Konami has predetermined a selection. So for Germany, you need to vote for Stiller or Pavlovic. I mean, you can obviously vote for Joshua Kimmich, but we've seen his cards before. On the other hand, Bayern are smashing everyone, so he's gonna be in A condition pretty much forever. In England, you're voting for Nico Riley because he's gonna be a mini gullet. For Netherlands, I would go for Jurien Timber because he's been exceptional, and as an attacking right back, he's gonna be akin to Zanetti with great defensive stats and pretty tall as well. And in Turkey, Ferdi Kadıoğlu has been exceptional for Brighton this season. I wasn't really following other players, and we already had a COOKED player here. And then Konami announced the Master League. Master League is a special event in this game. It's a event that is called Master League Sprint. It's not a full-fledged mode, unfortunately, and this is not looking exceptional because we don't play in licensed leagues. As you can see, the fans are holding the scarves of like I don't know, whatever, unlicensed players, you're gonna be able to train your players, right? You will see some animations. By the way, they included new dribbling in these animations, which I'm gonna be covering in this video too. You will be able to train your players, to sell your players, build your team from scratch with some like 0 HP players that you've seen before, but people who have been playing this game before, the Master League and like PES franchise, they know these names. As you can see, you're playing against eFootball United, like with V United prediction who is gonna be winning. You can sim these games. The idea is that you get synergy by adding special players. You can sign like this, add another special card. We don't really know if you're gonna be using like a booster item within this mode, or you're using the booster item that you saved for your dream team. If that's the case, I'm good. I'm not gonna be wasting my booster items on this mode that's gonna be ending in like 1 month or something. So maybe by the end of Football 27, there is not gonna be a Master League sprint and it's gonna be gone. And the reward for that, what are you playing for, right? This is a little bit underwhelming. You have special training, you can unlock positions, there is injuries to your players, you need to like babysit them, and you can release your players, of course, once you train them. You can release them for more in-game currency, new currencies. You can see the shield over there, and you get rewards as well. You get GPs and trainers. I don't know where you can use that, either within this mode narrowly, or you can use it throughout Dream Team, but I'm not wasting trainers on these cards. You get a Highlight Castolo card, which I am assuming that you cannot really train if that's Highlight. And then, of course, you get a Bootleg Cup. You can win it, celebrate it with your team. And that is pretty much it for Master League. As predicted, it is going to be underwhelming. There's going to be some microtransactions in this. But the best part, I mean, that animation collab with manga, I'm not really pumped for that. But I'm pumped for the updates on gameplay. And there is a lot. Now, they have changed the animation for Sharp Touch. Now, I watched this before. I will leave the link for you if you want to watch it in full. Before, what happened, like they showing after, you can actually cook people with Sharp Touch by predicting the movement of the defender and just changing the direction. Now, that is very realistic. You can do that in real football, and that is nice that Konami added that. Before, when you try to do that, defender would easily track you, and yeah, this Sharp Touch was useless. Now, I'm doubting that acceleration burst is just such a precious skill now when you can do this with any player in the game. In addition, if your player has Marseille turn, you can perform this Sharp Touch with your back turn to the goal, and this is a technique that I've seen professional players do a lot. I've seen Messi do this, I've seen Mbappe do this a lot. And this is so nice because if your opponent's defenders are tracking you, if you're trying to rotate here, like we usually do, right? Turn to the defender, try to perform double touch and maybe find a better position to pass the ball to the left to the right. Aggressive defenders push into you and just intercept. Now, with this, if your opponent is not matching up and not anticipating that you're going to be using that Sharp Touch, and mind you got to have a Marseille turn on your player. Now, that is creating an insane separation from a defender. Now, this is where you can beat your defender for pace with Sharp Touch, and if that works in the game, and if Smart Assist is not preventing you doing that, because pretty much everyone is playing on Smart Assist these days, I mean, I'm really pumped for this update. You can see you just beat your defender for pace, and now your defender, like your opponent's defender, is not nowhere near to catch you. He needed to predict your movement, and the only way to do that would not be aggressively defending, would be matching up. Also, in general, just dash dribbling has been improved. Now you can dribble like Messi, right? Messi doesn't really use, like, what he uses is double touch, but occasionally he just uses the momentum of his body, like feints, and then anticipating the movement of the defender. If he is pulling a leg, he is moving in the opposite direction. That's what you can do with the improved dash dribbling, and you can see that if your opponent is just aggressively like trying to push into you, this is what you can use to punish them, right? You can change direction and just dash, right? It's not a Sharp Touch yet, but it's a dash. You can combine, of course, the two, but I think the Sharp Touch would be more useful when you're a little bit static. As you can see, again, a little bit zoomed in version, you can actually dribble like this. And this is nice, because this is what this game is about. Yamal can run away from any defender. Like, in this game, like, defenders, it feels like they're stuck to you, and all you need to do is just, like, some run around, safe dribbling, like, turn your body and, like, do some kind of, I don't know, like, just some for the lens I want to, and it obviously isn't really that exciting, right? When you can make a run like that past 3 players, that is exciting. That is football. And Konami just realizes that. And in the Football 2026, they decided to add a mechanic that is just so natural to football. But still, it's nice that they added that. Now they talk for mobile users. This is exciting. you know that if you play it on console, if you watch other people play, you can perform double touch with Cannavaro. He doesn't have double touch skill. Allegedly, they're adding it to mobile. I'm not sure if that's gonna be happening starting Thursday or maybe in the future updates. So you will be able to perform double touch with any player in your team without the double touch skill. So you don't need, like Yamal has, of course, those skills, but you don't need to have a double touch skill. It will be probably slower, of course, and not as effective. But if you want to, now you can do the same motion that you did on console. A little bit fraudulent update, in my opinion. They introduced a special feint command type easy. Now you can go to settings on your mobile device and change it. And this is where skill moves will be decided by AI for you. Like as if we didn't have enough AI intervention in this game already, but Konami just like, you know what, we want casual players to have fun with this game. They may not be interested in learning the controls, but we want them to have fun as well. And what's good, like I was expecting them to say that it is making the correct decisions all the time. They're saying that it is not doing the best skill per situation, so you will be in the mud if you're using these controls. I recommend you to learn the skills. I'll be making more tutorials on 1v1 skills on mobile and on console now that Konami dropped this update starting tomorrow. Another interesting update is for defending. Now, people were using matchup or abusing the auto pressure button, right? So they would eventually get the ball without really trying to read your cutbacks. And that is where I was struggling the most against smart assist users, because I feel like I know that I just completely sent the defender or they perform the sliding tackle, they just get up and still immediately get on top of my attacker and just like I cannot really move and I need to pass the ball because otherwise I'm gonna get tackled. So if your opponent is not reading your moves and is just spamming matchup all the time, you will be able to easily just pass them as there was no tomorrow, right? Like if there was like no player. Yeah, he is not sticking to you anymore. And that's good because, I mean, I'm just interested to see this same gameplay, same scenario against smart assist user with latest like Nesta, Thuram, Cannavaro, and see if that works. But hopefully this is a mechanic that will not only boost dribbling, but also make you learn how to defend, try to read your opponent, and combine both pressure, maybe second man pressure, and of course matchup. So you can obviously see this type of scenarios, right? You can completely, like, if that was not possible to send a defender like this previously, that was probably a fake shot. And with fake shot, usually you create separation, but still it isn't penalizing before, right? You see before on the left, it isn't penalizing for a defender to just still continue pressing like one button, auto pressure. What they needed to do is just control the player manually and read that cutback and try to anticipate that Cruyff turn or whatever, right? So that happened, right? That's what you just broke the ankles of the defender with that simple skill move, and they won't have time to catch up. That's the best part, because previously they would still be able to catch up and you won't be able to enter the box there. So defending also improved, right? You can create, there are new animations for tackles, right? So if the opponent is just like just runs into you and like it's just like a moronic run, direct run, and you're anticipating a cutback, they're not doing that. You still want to catch up with them, and you just try to hustle for the ball, just like try to like push them. But unless you're performing a sliding tackle here, or just like, I don't know, calling another defender, you probably won't be able to tackle. What they did here is the ability to tackle still, even there, right? Because you deserve to be able to tackle there. Because that's how real football works. You cannot tackle from behind, and they also nerfed that mechanic. Not only that, they also nerfed the like referees, or like not kind of buffed them, I would say, right? So now you can receive a red card for a sliding tackle from behind, because that's a career-ending like challenge, like that should be punished by a red card. Even there's like double jeopardy rule in place, like you cannot get a red card while there's a penalty. But for this type of sliding tackles, you're supposed to be getting red cards, and this one wasn't punished before, right? That's where people are abusing sliding tackles because they know they will get unpunished. Now people will be getting yellow cards for that. Not only that, but also in the penalty box. If that's a sliding tackle from behind, that's a red card, right? You're not getting the ball, and you cannot even get the ball there physically, right? But I am hoping that they tweak the animations so that sliding tackles from behind aren't as successful as they used to be before this update. What they also boosted is long-range shots. Now, you can score this type of shot, right? You're taking a regular shot and you're scoring. It's not a stunning shot, it's not a curler. There is no need for a blitz curler to score long shots now. I was struggling to score, like, even with my Pele, who has like 95 kicking power, 90-something finishing, a long-range shooting skill. I added that on him. And it was useless. Like, goalkeeper would usually save that, and like occasionally maybe like 1 in 20 or in 30 shots I would score with my Pele, and I was so disappointed. I was even giving him knuckle shots. I was thinking that that may be improving his shooting technique. I didn't feel any difference. Now, allegedly, Konami is giving you the freedom to take long shots, and they will be more successful now. Also, it feels like chip shots will be buffed too, and I'm assuming that you don't need even like to think about chip shot control as a skill on your player, just because every professional player should be able to chip the ball, and this is how overpowered it was before. Like, you would chip the ball, and people who were rushing with their goalkeeper, like, there was no tomorrow because they couldn't keep up with your dribblers and couldn't stop them with defenders. They just rush with the goalkeeper, you chip the ball, it just still somehow hits the goalkeeper. Now, goalkeepers usually try to cover the angles, right? You would perform double touch and score. That's how I usually score, because I cannot trust chips. I mean, chips is just like when I'm 3 goals up, probably I will be chipping the ball then. But here Konami is saying that they just buffed the actual chips, and you will be able to feel different and see different animations. Also, there's a certain term called birdcage. Now, it is where your opponent is starting to backpass with the goalkeeper and you cannot get the ball. Now, EAFC, funnily enough, just posted an update saying that there's like backpassers in the mud. We just created an update where backpassing is like a little bit more difficult. Players cannot like abuse that. And Konami is saying that now what they did to their players, to the players of your team, they're surrounded by attackers, right? If you're trying to press high, they will not be able to easily like perform one-touch passes or lofted passes and clear the ball precisely into like another defender and switch flanks. And your press will be rewarded, and people won't be able, allegedly, to backpass anymore. At the end of this event, they covered, what's that? They talked about Nintendo Switch, which like I don't think that anyone is interested in that. There is also Sheva, by the way, Sheva in the daily penalty game. And people start speculating because over here in this pack, they are saying that there's gonna be additional player, right? Includes another epic player that is not shown above. So I'm assuming that it's gonna be guaranteed 250 players pack then. And that is pretty much it. Pretty much it for the update. I thank you for joining for today's video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I'll see you tomorrow on stream.